So, are you feeling the squeeze of city living? As we look towards 2026, that old dream of having a massive home in Dhaka, well, it's being replaced by a much, much smarter idea. It's not about having more space anymore. It's about having the right space. Today, we're diving into the rise of the studio apartment and why it's becoming the go-to choice in one of the city's best locations, Bashundhara residential area.
Here's the game plan for today. First, we'll explore this big shift towards smart living. Then, we're going to redefine what a studio apartment really means in 2026 and why Bashundhara is just the perfect spot for it. After that, we'll crunch some numbers, talk about the amazing lifestyle benefits, and then wrap it all up with a handy checklist to help you find your own perfect studio. Let's get into it.
So what's really driving this change? To get why studios are suddenly everywhere, we've got to start with the daily headaches of city life, the stuff that's pushing us all to think differently about where we live.
I mean, does this hit a little too close to home? That big city grind, it is absolutely exhausting. Rents just keep going up, you're losing hours of your day stuck in traffic, and your schedule is just packed. It's the reality for so many of us, students, young professionals, pretty much anyone trying to build a life in a city like Dhaka.
And all of this is leading people to a huge realization. The answer isn't a bigger house that asks for more of your time, more of your energy, and definitely more of your money. The new goal is a home that actually supports your lifestyle, not one that drains you. That right there is the fundamental shift we're seeing.
Okay, so what's the solution here? Let's talk about the studio apartment. And hey, if you're picturing some tiny, sad little room, it is time to hit the refresh button on that image. The modern studio is something else entirely. It's specifically designed for this new, smarter way of life. Okay, let's get on the same page about what we're actually talking about. A studio is a single open-plan space that cleverly combines all your main living areas. But, and this is key, it always has a separate private bathroom. The magic word here is functionality. Every single square foot has a purpose, which gets rid of all that wasted hallway or extra room space you find in bigger apartments.
Yeah, forget the old idea of a cramped box. The studio of 2026 is a masterclass in smart design. We're talking brilliant layouts that create different zones for sleeping, for working, and for just chilling out. Think clever built-in storage everywhere, and features like balconies or huge windows that just flood the place with natural light. This isn't about surviving in a small space, it's about thriving.
And you know what? This isn't just a Dhaka trend. This is a massive global movement. The numbers are just staggering. The worldwide market for studio rentals is on track to hit over $3.2 trillion by 2026. I mean, that's a huge signal that city living and the need for flexible, affordable homes are completely reshaping housing everywhere on the planet.
So, the concept is powerful, for sure. But location is everything, right? So why has Bashundhara residential area become the absolute hotspot for this modern, compact lifestyle in Dhaka? Let's break down what makes it so perfect.
It's really just the perfect storm of benefits. If you're a student, you're right next door to major universities like NSU and IUB. If you're a professional, the business hubs of Gulshan and Baradera are super easy to get to. And for everybody, you get all the perks of a planned community. Good roads, much better security, and a generally peaceful vibe, without feeling disconnected from the city's energy.
All right, let's get to the part everyone's waiting for, the money. This is where living in a studio starts to make an incredible amount of sense. The financial savings are a huge driver of this trend, so let's actually break down the costs.
First, let's set a benchmark. In a prime area like Bashundhara R, a standard one-bedroom apartment is going to set you back at least 35,000 to 40,000 takas a month, and honestly, probably more. Just keep that number in your head for a second. Now compare that to a studio. We did our homework, pulling data from reliable sources on furnished rentals like Bangamart.com and Hotels.com BD, and the difference is massive. You can find an unfurnished studio starting as low as 18,000 taka. Think about that for a second. Even a fully furnished studio can end up costing less than an empty one-bedroom. The savings are immediate and they are huge.
And the savings go way, way beyond just the monthly rent. A smaller space means lower utility bills every single month. You're also saving a ton of cash on furniture right from day one. When you add it all up and look at the total cost of living, the financial argument for a studio is just crystal clear.
But look, this isn't just about saving a few bucks. The choice to live in a studio unlocks some really powerful lifestyle benefits that frankly people are starting to value more and more.
It's about what this choice gives you back.
I mean, just think about it. Less space means less to clean and less to maintain. Cleaning a studio can take a few minutes, not a few hours. That time you get back is incredibly valuable. That's more time you can pour into your career, your education, your hobbies, or just, relaxing.
For a lot of people, this is the #1 perk. No more arguing with roommates over who used the last of the milk or when it's quiet time. A studio is your own private escape. You have total control, total independence, and that is a luxury that's really hard to put a price tag on. And finally, there's the flexibility. The modern career path, it isn't a straight line anymore, is it? People change jobs, they take on short-term contracts, or maybe they just don't know where they'll be in 2 years. Studios are easy to move into and out of, offering a kind of agility that perfectly matches a dynamic modern life.
So if this is all starting to sound like the right move for you, how do you actually find the perfect studio? Because it's not just about finding any space, it's about finding the right one for you. Let's run through a quick actionable checklist to help you on your search.
Okay, first, set a full budget, not just rent. Factor in utilities, internet, and any building service charges. Second, focus on the layout, not just the square footage. A well-designed space will always feel bigger. Third, make natural light a non-negotiable. It's a total game changer for smaller spaces. Fourth, visit the place at different times of day to check the noise levels. And finally, please always read your lease agreement carefully. Know the rules before you sign anything. So here's really the main takeaway from all of this. It's time to change how we think. The studio apartment of 2026 isn't some kind of compromise you have to make. No way. It's a smart, deliberate lifestyle choice for people who truly value their time, their freedom, and their money.
And that really just leaves us with one final question for you to think about. When you weigh the financial freedom, all the time you save, and the incredible flexibility it offers against that old idea that you just need more space, could this forward-thinking lifestyle be the perfect choice for your future?